Apostate Prophet just put up a post saying he's been nice to Muslims who try to harm and censor him, but that's going to change now. Thoughts? I'm not sure this is useful. Yeah.
Well, it depends on what. Yeah, go
on.
It really depends. I don't know
reading this before on his community tab before the stream, catching Armin up, and I really don't know what to make of that.
I don't think I think it's too early to judge what that means. It really depends on what that means. I think like
it certainly came across as setting a very hostile tone.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you the best way to fight Islam is to be friendly to Muslims.
Yeah.
And this actually no wait, I'm gonna judge it already. Never mind. Can you actually read it accurately? Like, can you bring it up because so that I could address it properly? Because I don't know if this is a good representation of it or not.
Not a breakdown.
Yeah, because to Muslims as a whole, that seems like a collective way of responding, like collective guilt or something like that. Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, he made it a little bit more specific. Okay, let me get you guys this.
Well, while you bring that up, I'm going to read a super chat by Thomas. Thank you so much, Thomas, for $5 super chat. What did it say? Saying, do Sunnis and Shias read and believe in the same Quran and the same biography of Muhammad? Do they both disagree against each other's hadith scripturally? I can't pronounce it. Okay, this is a very long. It has a very long answer. I'm going to try to do it very fast. Okay, first of all, Sunnis and Shias, most Sunnis and Shias have no idea what's in the Quran or what's in the Hadith, right? So I'm assuming you're talking about Sunni scholars or serious Sunni Muslims who take the religion seriously and serious Shias. Okay, so because let's just be clear, most Sunnis and Shias can't even tell much. You know, they only know the very basic differences between their religion. They only know like, oh yeah, we go with Ali, then 12 Imams, or like Abu Bakr, they go with Khalifas. They don't know but the question you're asking, most Shias and Sunnis don't know the answer to that, right? They do both read the same Quran, except like there are some dialectic marks that they disagree with on somewhat, which changes the definition of certain words sometimes. But the interpretation of the Quran, the tafsirs that they follow, is very different. So yes, it is the same Quran, but mostly, let's say it is the same Quran, but it's a very huge different interpretation of the same Quran. The biography of Muhammad, it's mostly the same. There are some differences, but again, the interpretation of Muhammad's biography is more in dispute than, for example, one of the key stories being when Muhammad took Ali's hand and raised Ali's hand and says like, whoever Ali, I am his wali, Ali is also his wali. Like that, for example, event, both Sunnis and Shias agree that happened, but they do, but the meaning of the word wali when Muhammad said that, they interpret that differently. Okay, do they both? But the hadith they do follow different hadiths, very different hadiths, especially a lot of Shias again take, like, first of all, they do follow some of the Sunni hadiths. They take it less seriously. They cut the level of authority and authenticity they give it to it is less than some Sunnis. They do follow some hadiths that the Shias don't consider authentic, and the major difference between the hadiths that the Sunnis and Shia, the main difference between the body of hadiths that the Sunnis and Shia follow is the fact that the Shias consider all the sayings by all the 12, like, by the way, when I say Shia right now, I'm talking about Ethna Asari, 12er Shia, Shias. It's not fair because I know there's like Alawites and Ismailis and other forms of Shias, but who cares about them anyways, right? We're talking about 12er Shias, and they consider all the sayings of all the 12 Imams, well, technically 11 Imams, because to be hadiths. Yeah, we're still waiting for the Mahdi, to be hadith as well. And the Sunnis don't consider that to be hadith. The Sunnis only consider the stuff that Muhammad or the angel Gabriel said to be hadith. Again, the angel Gabriel apparently gave some revelations from God, but he also said something on himself that was not from God, so those are also hadith. But Muhammad, everything that he said was hadith. And things were said about but Muhammad did that are hadith, but it's mostly surrounded around Muhammad. But like what Imam Reza said is considered hadith by Shias. It's not considered hadith by Sunnis. Anyways, that was supposed to be short, but that was the
I know, I'm like,
honestly, that was very short compared to what the
Yeah.
answer should be. Like, this is a very long conversation.
but
Anyways,
now we can properly answer Bubble's question. Hey guys, before we get back to that video, YouTube has fully demonetized our channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct, without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below. So let's pull up the receipts. Okay, so here it is, 4 hours ago. And then he's just been firing off stuff in his community tab, presumably because he got banned on Twitter. So in the past I expressed
which is not fair, by the way.
No, for desecrating the Quran. That's why he was suspended. In the past I expressed that I understand Muslims, that I have no hate for those who hate me, and that I do not intend to be hostile towards those who want me and other critics censored or killed. I now understand that such an attitude was stupid. I take it back. Up until now, I have been nice. That will change. So now the question into how much of this is collective comes in to the picture, because like
that doesn't seem right.
Within the previous hour, he said, if an ideology is known to kill people for their beliefs...
Scroll. We can't see. It's blocked by bubbles, yeah.
If an ideology is known to kill people for their beliefs, identities, ideas, and actions, then everyone who defends this ideology is complicit. So that would be, presumably...
So you're talking about 1.8 billion people here? Are we, like, considering them all to be complicit? This is like, I could say that. Okay, so basically, if this is our standard, then you could say the same thing about Christianity and Hinduism as well, and Judaism. And even if you now focus on atheists, a lot of the vast majority of atheists, also probably me as well, believe something that is really dumb, that has been harmful at some point in history to a lot of people, right? Not on purpose, right? Like, most people don't want to be, like, a lot of Muslims, for example, who endorse Islam, they're endorsing it not knowing or not believing that this is harmful, right? They think this makes the world a better place, right? I'm pretty sure I have some beliefs right now that I think makes the world a better place, but it doesn't. I don't know which one of those. I'm pretty sure almost everybody has some ideas that is making the world a worse place, but they think that I will endorse these ideas because it makes the world a better place. Okay, I mean, to be fair, Islam is one of the worst, if not the most worst idea right now out there that is harming the world, right? I mean, but that doesn't mean Muslims, like, I think intentions matter, right? If you do want to fight Islam, the best way is to be friendly to people who believe that, because that's the only way to get them to reconsider their opinions. There is no better way. This is like, this attitude is very harmful. Like, complicit. So basically, who's innocent then? Everybody is complicit. The Christians are complicit in the worst crimes by Christianity. The Jews are complicit. And the Jews are complicit in supporting an idea that is responsible for the creation of Islam, right? Islam wouldn't exist without Judaism. Okay, Islam comes from Judaism. Hindus are all Hindus now complicit for the caste system, right? Every single Hindu is now like that because they're Hindu and they're endorsing Hinduism, and they're complicit for all the caste system. So who's left? Everybody is now complicit. So is that not our new standard right now? This is like Yeah. Not a good maybe like I hope he clarifies because but right now this looks really bad.
Yeah, these two in combination, because there is a way that you could interpret it, this statement on its own, that it's not specific to, it's not generalizing all Muslims. You could interpret this just as those who want me and other critics censored or killed.
Okay.
Or
But
those that hate him. But
no,
when
then
you take these in combination, it really seems collective. And
okay, yeah.
it's so, and I now understand that such an attitude was stupid. I take it back. Up until now, I have been nice. That will change.
Yeah, let's be fair. Let's be fair.
I'm curious. What made you change your mind? Why is it stupid?
No, actually, Katie is correct. Let's be charitable to the Apostate Prophet, saying right, because if you read it, saying, "I express that I understand Muslims, that I have no hate for those who hate me." Okay, so this is not all Muslims. This is a specific group of people, and I do not intend to be hostile towards those who want me and other critics censored or. Okay, yes, let's try to be charitable. Okay, this is not being generalizing all Muslims. This is about people who have been hostile to Apostate Prophet or people like him. Okay, let's just try to be let's be charitable.
No, that's what I said. That if you look at this on its standing alone, that's how I interpreted it, as those who knowingly defend it. But then
that one is not.
Seems more generalizing. So in combination, it seems like when he's saying Muslims here, it could be interpreted as he's generalizing with this here.
You know what? I'm gonna call out some hypocrisy in myself right now. Because I have said that if you are a Catholic and you're giving money to the Catholic Church, for example, you are participating in an organization that uses that money to protect people who abuse children. So you're complicit, right? So I have said that. So now I think there's some hypocrisy happening here right now.
So are you going to extend that position to other people like Muslims, or are you going to renege your position on donating to the Catholic Church? Or I'm going to say Catholic. That's how far you took it. You said even calling yourself Catholic.
Right. I'm going to go with the side of changing my views on. I have to think about this, but I think I'm gonna say it's not fair. Like if you don't know, again, that if you don't know what you could say, well, you should know better, right? Yeah, but that's a smaller, that's a smaller accusation that you are supporting child abuse, right? So if you don't know that what you're doing is harming people, then you're not as guilty as the people who are harming people, right? I could say you're guilty of being ignorant about something and not doing enough research before supporting something. I mean, but we're all kind of guilty of that, some more than others. But yeah, I don't think we should act ever like it's the same thing, right? The people who are unknowingly supporting something that is harming the world, we should separate the level of guilt, the level of accusation, and the level of that we direct at them. We shouldn't even put them in the same category as the people who are knowingly doing the harm. I think we should separate them. So yeah.
So you just changed your stance on Catholics. Interesting.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, look at this growth. Guys,
yeah.
In our minds live on air with our live chat, because of our live chat. See, this is why we do this. Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.